feel went a little bit more in depth than the last one did.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys have any particular questions over that?
I don't think I have any particular questions.
Z-score would be crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Basically, Z-score is just simply how many of the standard deviations away from the mean is it? So is it going to be on the higher end or lower end?
Well, yeah, that's but the stupid freaking form. I hate formulas, like in general. So
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
I can use a formula to find out something that's like, oh, how many is it away from this? Well, it's, yeah.
It's not 1.5 away.
Annoying.
Yeah, I get that.
Should we do the quiz?
I'm down.
Okay. Sorry if you hear kid music in the background.
I'm having a bit of a harder time hearing you today than normal. Savannah?
Probably because I have the wrong headphone in.
Is that better?
That is much better.
Yeah, I had like not the microphone headphone in my ear, so the microphone was buried in my lap.
Okay, yeah, that would help a lot.
You can also probably now really hear the kid TV show that's happening on the other side of the couch from me.
Nah. Oh, else. Start quiz.
Gotta entertain him somehow while I'm doing this. Okay. Are you getting sleepy? Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Okay, I have mine pulled up.
Mine's up.
Mine is up. I'm just getting it to format on the screen like I'm wanting it to, but it's not. Okay, there we go. I'm good.
Nice. Okay, I can read the first one. The total area under a normal distribution curve must equal
1.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Under certain circumstances, a normal distribution curve can drop below the x-axis. False?
Probably
I think that's... Pretty sure that's false.
Yeah. Okay, in a little bit, Bubba.
Because you can't have negative... Like,
yeah.
Negative 3 people answered this survey. Or
yeah.
This way, so...
The normal distribution curve is symmetric.
If it's normal, it is.
Yeah. So true, right?
Correct.
Is symmetric, yes. Use the following image to answer the next 2 questions. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the z-score? We see.
Yeah, C.
Which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability of the z-score will be greater than 1?
Isn't that...
B?
I think it's B. Yeah. Okay, number 8. According to the 68, 95, 99.7% rule, what percentage of the data from the bell-shaped distribution will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean? Write your answer as a percentage such as 42 rather than as a proportion such as 0.42. So...
That'd be the 68.
Yes. Yeah, 68.
Sorry, I missed all that. My son's trying to watch a show. It's really loud.
If I like turn on a kid's show over here, I feel very out of the loop.
Give me the remote.
We're just number 8 is 68 because there's 68% chance that it will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean. At least that's how I understand it in my head.
Okay.
And put in a like percentage sign or anything, or do we just write 68? And
I think you just write 68.
okay. Those that z-scores come from the standard normal deviation. Use the normal probability applet to answer this question. What proportion of the z-scores will be between -1 and 1? Give your answer decimal to 3 decimal places.
That's, you do the applet, it's 0.3173.
Where did I put that applet?
Wouldn't you shade all of them blue? Like the middle, left, and right?
Which proportion of these scores will be? Oh, will be between that. Yeah, I went above and below. I think it would just be the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the middle. So it would be 0.683, or do they want 4?
And is that
3
assuming the
decimals.
z-score is 1 and -1?
Yeah.
Between -1. So yeah, that'd be 0.68 then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 0.683, since you need to round it to the 3 decimal places.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it's the same question except between -2 and 2. So then you change the numbers. -2 and 2. I guess you just have to change 1 and it automatically changes it.
Yeah, it adjusts
For
both
that,
of them. So I'm
so
going
that-
0.955.
yeah.
Yeah, 955.
955. Same thing, -3 to 3. 0.997.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
No, it's 99.7.
Oh. Fancy.
Way too much time with that kid. That's exactly what he has. Like, no, it's not all of it.
Look carefully. What do you observe? The values match.
Oh, would you
That's
look at that?
Crazy. So the first one.
Yeah.
That was funny.
We just solved that rule for ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't you feel accomplished?
It's like, what, Bubba? Use the following information to answer the next 6 questions. The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of the number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram of body weight. Marcus, hold on, Bubba. Sorry.
No problem.
Per kilogram of body weight. The population mean protein requirement for adults is 0.65 grams, all that. And the population standard deviation is 0.07 grams, all that. What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60? Give your answer decimal, accurate to 3 decimal places.
Okay, so first we need to find the z-score. Protein requirement is given in terms of.
This is
So wait, wouldn't you just put? Never mind. Never mind.
So would you do the 0.65? No, that's the mean. So what's your observation? So would the 0.6 be your observation?
Then that is less than probably less than 0.6 because you're finding from everything less than below there.
So it would be the 0.6 minus 0.65 divided by 0.07, right?
Makes sense. So it'd be negative 0.05. Where's my calculator?
Divided by 0.07. That's a negative 0.714.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Okay.
So then do we put that as our z-score?
Yeah, that'd be the z-score.
Sure.
And so we would then put that into the applet thing.
And she wanted less than 0.60.
160, right. So it would be the two left zones. What is the area of those?
That would be 0.762.
That looks about right.
And then this one, the next one wants what is more than. So then you just do the right that time, correct?
Right, so it'd just be the opposite end.
So that would be 0.28. No, 0.38. Sorry. 0.238. Wow. Hello.
So 13 is the 0.762.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the 0.23.
Okay. And so next we need to find a new z score for point z or 0.7. So 0.7 minus point.
Oh, Chase.
Yes. Cheese.
Go put these back in the fridge. Actually, they just closed. Okay.
I'm showing for this one the z score is 0.714.
Which is the same as what it was last time.
0.714, yeah. We're using this for the next 6 questions, so. What proportion of population protein requirement have less than 0.7?
So it would be the
Wait,
same,
no, because
wouldn't
wasn't the
it?
last one negative though?
Yeah, so this one's positive, but there's always a negative and a positive side, so
Oh, that's true. So wait,
So yeah, now I'm confused.
is this like a trick question? Is it the same answer as what we put for 13?
Proportion of population requirement less than 0.6.
hold on.
Point 0.6. More than 0.6. So wait. No, because the first one wouldn't just be the last portion. Because that's below 0.6.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, I think on questions 13 and 14, I think we mixed those up. Because if that one z score was the negative, that means it was below average, then it should have only been the area to the left of the lower line.
So
Is the less than 0.60, because that is the negative 0.714. That's where the 0.60 lines up.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So that
And
would
so we need
be
to put those two answers.
first one should have been the 0.238.
Correct. And then the next one was the 0.7. It's the where it's the two values above it.
0.762.
762. And so now that we're looking at the 0.7 grams per kilogram per.
It should still be 0.238, but it's just the top half, right?
Exactly. Because now we're looking at the top portion.
so it'll still be 0.238.
Right.
Okay.
because now we're looking at the smaller portion above it rather than all of below it.
This is the stuff that confuses the crap out of me.
Okay, I'll read 16.
Okay.
Find the probability that a randomly selected person will have a protein requirement that is between 0.60 and 0.70. Remember to find the area between the two values. Remember that to find the area between the two values, shade to the left of each z-score you calculate, and then subtract the smaller from the larger. Make sure your answer is positive. This is the probability that a randomly selected observation will lie between the two values. So they basically just told us how to do it.
Yeah.
So with this one, though, we're lucky. We don't have to necessarily find both of them and subtract the larger from the smaller. We can just simply highlight the one in the middle, since they are the inverse of each other. Then it is just that middle section.
Yeah.
The smaller than the larger.
Which is 0.525.
Right. Okay. Find the 35th percentile for the protein requirement for adults. Round your answer to 3 decimal places. So that would be where we need to like work it backwards. We need to find what is round of the 35%. Let's see.
All right, real quick. So question 16, the last one. If you subtract smaller from larger, you get negative 0.05. So it has to be a positive. It'd be 0.05.
For number 16?
Yeah. Not the 0.5, but 0.05. Because it says you subtract the smaller from the larger. So the smaller point is the 0.475. The larger is the 0.525. You subtract those, you get negative 0.05.
Wait, where are you getting the 475?
So that's the two shaded areas to the right and left of the z-score without the middle. It's the 0.475.
No, you're not going to need the one on the far right at all. Basically, both of them, you're going to the left. So you'd go,
Yeah.
basically, you're subtracting what would be like from 0.7, which would be the first two sections, like the one on the left and the middle one. And then you're subtracting the one on from 0.6, which would just be the section on the left. And that's how you get that area, which normally if we didn't already have like specific sections to highlight it on, then we would have to like do it like that. But for this, we have lines exactly there, so we can just simply highlight that middle section.
I'm just reading the way it says to do it. And it sounds like you're supposed to do, so, you know, find the area between the two values, change the left and the right, then try to subtract the smaller area from the larger area.
It just says shade to the left of each z-score. Doesn't say right.
Shade to the left of each z-score.
So the first, so shade to the left from the negative 0.714, and then shade to the left from 0.714. So we're trying to find that area in between those two scores.
So 8.
So it's like, say for instance, you wanted to try and like find the difference between like the two heights of people. You wouldn't try and like, stand them like back to back and like specifically put like a ruler next to them and try and measure like, okay, so, it looks like you're about 3 inches taller. You'd probably just say, okay, what's your height? And then what's your height? And then you'd subtract them out.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise here, we're just getting the values from the left of the scores, subtracting the bigger from the smaller. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so if I do it that way, though, you get a negative 0.287 instead of it being the 0.525.
So what are the two numbers that you're subtracting?
So you subtract the middle portion. So you subtract the far left, which is the 0.238, from the middle portion, which is the 0.524 or 525.
Well, it would be both of them for that first number because that's the entire area up to that point. So
I'm just not understanding from what it says. Between
so how
to the
for
left.
the 0.714, it'd be everything up to that point. So it'd be both the far left and the middle section would be the
Cool.
area for that first one. It's kind of again with that height example, you wouldn't say that the you have a person that's like 6 feet tall and the other person's 5'6", you wouldn't start counting how tall the other person is at where the other person stops, because that's the difference we're trying to find.
Yeah.
And so you need to have both of those sections. So it'd be with the left and the middle, 0.762 subtracted out just the far left of 0.237 or 0.238 after you round it.
Okay, I'm just not understanding how they want to do that. Okay. Sorry, we can move on. Figure it out. I'll just have to go back through that part in the prep.
Yeah.
Okay, question 17.
Yeah, we can talk more about that later. I can help you with it. Because remember, it doesn't also mention in here, make sure your answer is positive.
Yeah.
Positive number we're going for. Anyway, so 17. Okay, so the 35th percentile.
Find 35th percentile of protein requirement for adults. Round your answer to the nearest 3 decimals.
Okay, so for this one, it in the online textbook talks about how we need to so everything left of the positive z-score. So the first 2 sections. And then we need to put into the area is the since we're looking for the 35th percentile.
When I do that, it unshades the middle. It does that for everyone else too, right?
Yeah, let me see. Yes, it does. Why did it do that?
Probably because it's so small.
That's true.
Like the 90th percentile stayed like that because it, like, I don't know. I think it's just because it's small. So then we have a z-score. So then we just work the z-score formula backwards, right?
Right. Pull up that.
What? What? What do you mean? What do you do? You're just gonna. Do you want a different show? Is that what you want? Yeah. I don't blame you.
What
I
show
want
is
a
you
different
watching?
show too. I don't know. It was not a good one. What do you want? Do you want PJ Masks? Yeah, that's a good one.
Like my wife already packed up all of the paper. Thank you. Just a second.
Hey, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what the other values are going to be that we're using in this equation. .65 and .07. Oh, where's my paper?
They're in the binder in the truck.
So z-score.
Oh, fall. What do you want that for? How dare he think that, huh?
x minus the population mean. Standard deviation is 0.07. Okay, here we go. Negative.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have an answer.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Okay, I have one as well.
Yeah, I don't. I'm so freaking lost right now.
Well, let's help you not be lost. What are you not getting so far?
So when you're just figuring like what, I'm not understanding the formula you used to do this.
So basically, we're just inverse calculating the z-score. So if we already have the z-score, then instead of trying to find that, we're now trying to find the value of x. So that same formula,
Okay.
where it's like the z-score equals the measured sample minus the population mean divided by standard deviation.
Uh-huh.
So basically, instead of trying to find the z-score, we're trying to find x, the sample population. So just plug everything in, like here.
So real quick, so basically,
Like that's the formula that I got.
where'd you get the 0.38?
That's from the original. Wait, hold on. The 0.38 was a negative, like when we put it into the probability applet thing.
Because so if I did that online, I just typed in for the area the 0.35,
Uh-huh.
and it gave me a z-score of 0.45, 454.
Really?
Did you have the middle and the left shaded?
I just had the middle shaded. When I typed it in, it just brought down and left the middle part shaded.
So you typed in point. Here, let me exit out. I'm gonna pull it up again and try it.
Because I just had the middle part shaded, and I just typed in the area 0.35, and it changed the z-score to the 0.454, and it left my middle part shaded.
You would need to have like both the middle and the left side shaded when you put in the 0.35.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That way, yeah. Then it undoes the middle, and it changes
Right.
the score to 0.38. Okay, so that's where you get your 0.38. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That was why, because I was getting really confused.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Sorry
looking
about
for
that.
the area from basically like 0 percentile up to 35. So it'd be like a middle range, but the total. So you start with that, and then the other values we just got from the earlier question where it said what the standard deviation and population mean are. So you just work it all backwards.
So standard deviation 0.07 minus. It's the 0.65, 0.65, right? So x
Right.
minus 0.65.
Right, so 0.65 is the standard mean, or the population mean.
Over the 0.07, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So you'd multiply both sides by the 0.07,
Uh-huh.
and then add 0.65 back to the other side.
Okay. What did you guys get?
I'm
I
showing
got 0.677.
You got
Six.
0.677? I got 0.673. Let me see. I guess it's just weird that it's so close, but still different.
So, did you do 0.38 or did you do 0.385?
Pretty sure I did 0.385.
Okay.
Oh, see, I only did 0.38. That's probably why mine is all off.
Here, so let's see. So negative 0.385 times 0.07.
I got 677 as well, and I didn't do 5.
Wait, this time I got 0.670. I'm pretty sure I did the exact
I
same.
got 0.67695, which is exactly what I got the first time too. And I worked it backwards with that answer. Like I plugged my answer into the X and then solved it, and I got back the 0.385.
Okay, let's go with your answer.
Because yeah, I didn't do the 0.5, but I got 0.6766.
Yeah, so that would round up.
Yeah,
Okay.
0.677.
I'm just
Okay, so then we have to do the same thing again, but with the 80th percentile.
Right. So what was the answer again? It was
677.
0.677. All right. Let me again highlight there. Choose the area of 0.8. We get a z-score of 0.84 or 0.842.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Sorry, and my thing went all weird on me.
Hey, what are you doing? Why did you fast forward? How did you learn how to fast forward?
Don't you love it when they do that?
He just looked over and he's like scrolling through the whole TV show. I'm like, well,
How'd you figure that out?
that's not cool. Now I can't tell you one more TV show because then you just like fast forward through it and then you're like, well, that wasn't enough time.
My son watches YouTube. It's like, okay, when this one's done, so we just switches to a new one. Like, you little turd.
Right. Real.
I saw this one thing on Facebook about how like this kid watched so much YouTube that like when they were tucking him in for the night, he said like, "Don't forget to subscribe," because he thought it meant like goodbye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Oh, this world that we live in.
I have an answer, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are ready.
I got mine.
I have 0.709.
That's what I got. Like 0.70894, which rounds up to
Yeah.
709.
Did you get that, Jordan?
1 sec.
Go ahead. This is the last one.
0.709.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna submit and hope for the best.
There we go.
We got an 85.
Which ones do you miss?
So 17, so that's my fault. We did get 17 wrong.
Oh.
Was it just that one, or was there any others?
No, there's more. We got 15 wrong.
Ah, for crying out loud.
And 9.
15. And 9.
I don't know how we got 9 wrong, but we got 10 and 11 right.
And it's just asking for something else?
Well, let's go ahead and rework that information.
So sorry, real quick. Number 16 should have been 0.5524.
16 was 525.
55. Oh, I did.
That one we got right. So we got 17 wrong. So I'm going to try and rework that one again.
Yeah, I don't really understand. 0.385 times 0.07.
Right, which one are we working on now? 17?
Yeah.
0.65. I still get the same answer every time. I get the same answer. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Negative 0.385.
Okay. So we have.
And see, I keep getting a different answer almost every time.
Like, every time you do it, you keep getting like a different answer, or like just different from us?
I know like at least twice I've gotten different answers, and I feel like I put in the exact same thing. Like this time I got 0.623.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's negative 0.385.
Wait, why is it negative? Why did you do yours negative?
Because we're looking at the 35 percentile, which would be the lower one, right?
Because I didn't do negative at all before.
Oh, that's
I didn't
one
do negative either.
from the 0.35. Like, how would we put it at first? Is showing both of them. Well, I did just go down to that bottom one.
Okay.
Because, yeah, that'll definitely change it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, this time I got 0.623.
Dinosaurs.
Sorry, guys, hang on a second. What are you working on? Just the materials problems, and then you'll come back?
No.
That's how long it takes you to do all the material problems? We gotta go. How many do you have? But you're just going to do materials, and then you're going to come back. Okay. Okay. Did you make tortillas for me? Okay, thank you.
Because how like because you're looking for the 35%, if 50% would be right at 0, then it would be just to the left. So yeah, it'd be that value.
Sorry, guys. What did I miss?
0.
I'm just making sure that I was right in choosing that one. So the negative 0.385.
Okay, so this. Yeah, so
So
this.
I solved it with the negative 0.385, and I got 0.623.
That's what I got.
Okay. So that would be the answer then.
Okay, so let's try that one. So that was for 17. What was the other questions you got wrong? You said
15.
9.
17. 15.
Yeah.
Okay, what proportion of the population has a protein
Headphones?
that is less?
There was Are they really?
Oh,
There was a pair.
that would have been.
Not my Samsung ones. I love you too.
Okay, I see what we did wrong. We put in the wrong.
Oh, babe. Babe. Sorry,
That
guys.
would have been the 762.
Wait, what?
So how remember how with 13 and 14 we were looking at. So first, how much is less than 0.60, and then how much is more than 0.60.
Yes.
That would be everything at first, like to the left, like the lower z-score, and then everything to the right, so both the middle and the top section. And we put in as if we're looking for what is more than 0.70. So basically just the far right section. What we didn't
We
do
should have
was
put the far right
compare
and
the two left section. So it would have been the 0.762. So it'd be the same answer as number 14.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay.
And then 9.
Those ones are black.
How's these one?
No, real green. You say green one?
Oh, wait.
You say green one?
Oh, what did you guys put for that one?
I put 0.683. Maybe we just
Okay.
put 0.68.
No, it's 0.683. I'm dyslexic, and so I put 0.638.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my bad.
6-8.
I haven't submitted my first one yet, so I went and put it in the correct answers. I'll go ahead and submit it this time,
Okay.
just so we can verify answers.
Okay, that's great.
Dinosaur. Dinosaur I got.
There's the quiz. Anytime it wants to load. I'm gonna have to click submit quiz like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just scroll all the way to the bottom. Go 100%.
Nice. Okay, I wrote down the answers that I got wrong, so I'll just go back and resubmit after we finish.
Let's see. Is there anything else we need to do here?